breathing meditation. Find a comfortable meditative posture, sitting on a chair or on a couch. Either close your eyes or rest your gaze at a point in front of you, whatever feels more available to you. Noticing your feet on the floor and noticing where your feet are making contact with the ground. And maybe imagining that there are tiny roots growing out of the soles of your feet and really anchoring you into the ground. Noticing your seat on the chair and noticing where your body is making contact with your seat. And then slowly bring your attention to your breathing. Maybe being curious, where in your body are you noticing your breath? Is it at the level of the nostrils, the air slowly flowing in and out, barely noticeable? Is it maybe in your chest, the rib cage expanding and collapsing? Or maybe the diaphragm moving up and down in your chest? Or is it maybe your belly, the abdominal walls expanding and collapsing, expanding and collapsing as you're breathing? Really, as best as you can, just trying to observe your breath as it is, without adding anything onto it or breathing in any particular way. Just observing your breathing as it is. And if your mind wanders off, as minds so often do, maybe to sounds, thoughts, or bodily sensations, and as soon as you notice your mind wandering off, as best as you can, just try to redirect it to your breathing. Noticing your inhalations and your exhalations. Maybe noticing the quality of your breathing. Is it fast or slow? Is it deep or shallow? Does your inhale have the same length as your exhale? Or can you notice any difference? And there's really no right or wrong way of doing this. Just doing this is the practice, and noticing whatever is happening for you right now in this moment and the next moment. And if your mind wanders off to thoughts, and maybe wonders how long it still needs to do this practice, just as soon as you notice it wandering off, gently bring it back to your breathing. And then maybe place one hand on your abdomen, just noticing where your hand is making contact with your abdomen. Maybe noticing the weight of your hand. Maybe noticing sensations in your palm as it makes contact with your shirt or pullover or your skin. And then, as best as you can, just try to sharpen your attention just a little bit more, so that you can notice that simple movement of your belly expanding and collapsing, expanding and collapsing, just under the palm of your hand. As best as you can, sharpening your attention to follow that subtle movement of your belly expanding and collapsing. And once you familiarize yourself with that movement, just bring in an additional anchor for your mind, and silently in your own mind, start to count for every time your belly expands until you reach 20. Simply counting every time your belly expands. And if your mind wanders off, and you notice it wandering off, that's already a great achievement. As soon as you notice it wandering off, just bring it back to focusing on the movement of your belly and the counting until you reach 20. And if you lose count, then just start with the number that you somehow remember last. Just counting for every time the belly expands. And once you reach 20, just notice again freely where in your body you're noticing your breath. Is it still in the belly? Is it maybe the rib cage expanding or collapsing? Is it maybe the diaphragm moving up and down in your chest? Or at the level of the nostrils, coolish air flowing in and slightly warmer air flowing out. Just focusing on that part of your body where it's most easy for you to notice your breathing. And if your mind wanders off to troubling thoughts or sticky thoughts, and just as best as you can, if that's available for you, try to remove your mind from those thoughts and redirect it to noticing your breathing. Investigating with curiosity each inhale and exhale. And if your mind wanders off to thoughts, maybe you want to imagine that your mind is just like the blue sky and the thoughts are like clouds. They come and go, but they never really affect the core of the sky. And then slowly bring your attention to your face, noticing the entirety of your face, noticing your jaw, and noticing if your jaw is tight or clenched, noticing your forehead, noticing if you're holding any tension in that area of your face. And if your mind wanders off to thoughts or sounds or bodily sensations, then just as best as you can bring it back to your face, noticing your eyes, and notice if you're holding on or gripping onto them in any way, or if you can allow them to simply rest in the eye sockets. And then bring your attention back to your breath for one last time, Noticing again when your body, you're noticing your breathing right now in this moment and the next moment. As a phenomena arising and passing away. Noticing the quality of your breath. Noticing maybe how it changed over the duration of this practice. Noticing the quality of your mind and the quality of your underlying feeling tone. And then take a brief moment to congratulate yourself for having taken out that time in your day to practice this meditation and sharpen your attention to show up differently in your life. And then whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes and come back to the room.